Okay, today's video was not supposed to happen. I was actually supposed to be doing yard work. It's springtime in North Texas. I need to fix some sprinklers that broke over the winter because I don't know how to properly winterize stuff, put fertilizer down, do all this yard stuff, but instead I am in my garage fixing two cars. And well, this is why. I am currently sitting in a car I recently bought, but I have not told anyone on YouTube what it is. I've teased and I've had people guess. We haven't quite yet revealed what the car is because I'm not revealing it until it's completely built. And well, yesterday I got back from a family vacation. We drove from Colorado, left Colorado at 6 o'clock the night before. I drove back to Fort Worth, Texas, got back in about 8 a.m. the next morning, slept for 4 hours, and then drove this car with my wife to Dallas to see a family member who just had a baby. Driving back from Dallas to Fort Worth, I looked at the gas gauge. I was on I-30 between Dallas and Fort Worth, and I had no gas, which was weird because the car was full when we left to go to Dallas. So I pulled into a gas station, and when I got out, I thought maybe just the gas gauge had broke, but I was gonna top it up anyways, make sure we didn't run out of gas to get home, because I swear, I know the car was full. And there was 10 gallons of premium gasoline draining out of my car onto the ground of the gas station because my car decided it didn't want to have gas in it anymore. And also, just a little bit of life advice. If your insurance company offers you unlimited towing for $5 a year, definitely sign up for unlimited towing for $5 a year, because I had the car towed home to my garage about 20 miles back to where I live, and I got it fixed this morning. Turns out, fuel filter, fuel line clips, these little plastic white clips are very common on cars. They're not reusable. If you change a fuel filter, you buy new clips. You don't use the ones that were on the car. I need to drink a pickle beer later, but we'll address that later in the video. Now, why am I fixing this car also? See, while I was fixing the new car this morning, I needed to go to the auto parts store to get little white plastic fuel filter clips, which was an issue because my backup other daily driver, my 50-something-year-old Volkswagen, last week, right before we went out of town on this vacation, I was driving to the gym and my brakes just stopped working. At the end of my street, there's a stop sign and my car didn't stop. And I got it home, I popped the hood, used emergency brake to get it down my steep driveway in the garage, and well, there's no brake fluid in my reservoir. And the thing is, this car usually parks over here, and there's no little bit of oil. It seems I have an oil leak, but there's no brake fluid on the ground. There's no brake fluid in the drums. I pulled back the carpet. The brake master cylinder is up in here. There's no brake fluid. I don't know where my brake fluid went. So we've got the old car, or the new old car fixed, is parked up there. We're going to figure out what happened. Hopefully I just bleed the system and see if all my fluid leaks out again. And then also, this car, which has not run since before I bought it not running. It's been parked there for years. I need to get it down, I need to move it so a new car can go up there and I can finish new car so I can finally reveal it to the internet. So long story short, I will not be doing car work today. We're working on all of that. Stops. I added fluid a couple different times, kept adding fluid, bled the brakes pretty well. There's some gunk that came out of the front brakes, so maybe things were clogged up. We'll see over the next few days, next few weeks, as I drive this thing, if the brake fluid stays in the car or if I do have a leak somewhere. But yeah, I didn't see any fluid on the drums or under the car. Very confusing. But next, we have to move the Austin Healey. The Austin Healey, just like the Volkswagen, does not have brakes. But also, that doesn't matter as much because it doesn't drive, doesn't go forward. Bought this years ago and have not touched it. But I need to move it right here so that the new car can go in the lift and I can do some suspension work and exhaust work and all sorts of things. So here's the plan. Picked up a snatch block, and please ignore the mess. As you know, I've been working on lots of old cars. The snatch block goes on the front of the lift, lower the lift, use the winch on the Polaris to slowly lower the Healey down the driveway, and then reposition things and drag it, pull it back up on this side. It's fine. I mean, worst case, it goes in the creek behind my house, and then it's not in the way. So it's gonna be a win-win situation regardless. Technically, for the first time, I'm driving my Austin Healey. Good news, you can't look that way anymore because I just put my new car on the lift to keep the lift from sliding, making it even more difficult to move it back over 6 inches. We'll figure that out later. I think with car on the lift, Healey attached to a snatch block on the lift attached to the Polaris, we can finally winch it the last few feet into the garage. And if you can't see this, I'm gonna have to blur it out, which I don't know how to do, so just don't look. Bingo! Well, we've had a change of plans. I should be showing you right now that I got the Austin Healey on car dollies and got it underneath the lift, and everything's fine, everything works, and I've got a car to drive again, but things escalated. As you can tell, it's a day later. I'm wearing different clothes. And what happened was I got the Austin Healey moved. I went to pull my Volkswagen in the garage after fixing it and taking it for a drive, and the car doesn't shift anymore. I couldn't shift it into first gear to get it in my garage. About 2 years ago, I replaced the clutch cable in the car. It's got a cable, literally goes from the clutch pedal back to the transmission. And it feels like maybe that broke again. So I checked out the linkage, I checked out the clutch cable, I checked out even my shifter linkage, and that's not the problem. So maybe the clutch is stuck to the flywheel, which happens on these cars, or a throwout bearing, or maybe just, I don't know, something's broken. I've been trying to diagnose it for a while, and I think the motor and transmission might actually have to come out of the Volkswagen. So I actually don't have any running old cars except for my 4Runner, which is actually my wife's car. I wonder if she'll let me drive that. Also, when I was under here, I found out I've got a pretty good oil leak going on in the Volkswagen too. So maybe it is time that the Volkswagen engine comes out. I've never had this car 5 years, never taken the motor out. I've heard it's easy. We'll find out. But while we're talking about oil leaks, let's continue the journey of mayhem. My new car, which you can see the bottom of here, had a oil leak when I bought it, and I replaced the camshaft and crankshaft and valve cover seals, and I thought the oil leak stopped, but now that I have it up on the lift so I can do work and reveal to you what the car is, I think it's still leaking oil. And while we're on the topic of oil, speaking of oil, I'm actually under my 4Runner now. Not that anything's wrong with it. I recently did a ton of maintenance to the 4Runner, but then I drove it across the country. And I'm about to go out of town again this weekend, and it needs another oil change. And now that I say that, it kind of dawns on me that out of the four, I can't stand up because I'm getting old. Out of the 4 cars that I own, 3 of them are currently broken and not running. Well, one of which has only run once since I bought it. The other 2 are broken. And then my newest car, my most reliable car, is the one my wife drives, which is a 11-year-old, 150,000 mile Toyota, which I just drained the oil out of. So if I lose this drain plug from my oil pan, I'm gonna be walking everywhere. So I'm gonna put this somewhere very safe. There, it's right there. Putting it. We're not gonna lose that. Good news, I did not lose my drain plug, so I'm actually back up to 1 car to drive. So in hindsight, on today's video, I was going to do yard work and actually install a robot lawnmower, but instead I broke all of my cars, didn't get my garage cleaned up, and well, I would say that qualifies as a fail, which means on this YouTube channel, we would need to drink a pickle beer, but you know what? I don't like pickle beer, so we're gonna try something different. think I'm supposed to measure that. Here's the thing about pickle beer. We started drinking pickle beers on this channel as a way to punish ourselves because pickle beer is disgusting, and when we make a mistake or really fail at something, we need to punish ourselves to remind us not to do it again. But I haven't learned from my lessons. I keep failing at things. Did I mention the 3 non-working cars in my garage currently? So instead, for the time being, or at least until I go to the grocery store and buy more pickle beer, I had this Zero to Awesome decanter made, a custom engraved Z2A, established 2018, very nice, and I filled it with a nicely aged allocated bourbon. And so instead of drinking a pickle beer, I'm going to drink this nice bourbon and think about my failures and think about maybe how I should just go buy a new car with a warranty. But that's fine. And you know what, if you're mad that I'm not drinking a pickle beer, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it besides leave an angry comment down below. So please, anger away. I promise it's not gonna bother me, especially after I top this guy off. Goodbye.